Hello. Yeah, thanks for the
Hello.
introduction.
Hey, thank you.
Yep, so this is the NES Trilogy. So it's all the games released in America, like SMB 1, and then Mario Bros. 2 USA, and then Mario Bros. 3. There's also one for the Famicom Trilogy, and that just replaces 2U with Lost Levels. But yeah, this is a fixed order, so he has to play SMB 1, then 2, then 3, and it's all warpless. So you guys are in for a treat. Oh, and with me on comms, I got Kurt's new brand. What's up, Kurt?
Hello, hello. Excited to be here.
Dope.
So if you guys are ready, I can take a countdown whenever you guys are ready.
Yeah, good to go.
All right. So we'll go in three, two, one, and time does not start until I get control of Mario.
Yeah, so just like for a normal SMB1, they start timing when the 400 appears on the clock in the upper right-hand corner, and they just ignore the timing before that. You can, like, if you just stay on the title screen before starting, you can change patterns of certain enemies and, like, Bowser. So that's why they don't time that so you can wait for specific patterns, but otherwise, yeah. When you see the 400 or when you see Mario appear, start moving, you just start timing.
There's a couple
Appreciate
safety strats I'm going to go for in SMB1 just because I haven't played this in a couple months.
For sure. Yeah, SB1, there's a lot of good safeties you can do, and if you don't do them, it's just so much more awkward. Like, hitting that shell to clear every single enemy in your way saves you from at least one or two really awkward jumps. And same with waiting for the piranha plants. Their hitboxes are not that big, but it's still extremely easy to die. So yeah, gotta avoid every enemy that he can, essentially.
We
Ooh,
see
barely
there
avoiding the fireworks.
yeah. We did see there that the final boss in Mario 1 is staircases. Very easy to
Yes.
bonk on those.
Yeah, dude, Stair Boss. Yeah, so 1, 3, or 6 in the one spot of the timer, when you touch the flagpole, those all make fireworks appear. A firework per number, so that's why he really wants to avoid those. Like, one firework is totally fine. It actually
I
might
don't
not
think
even
one
waste
loses
no
any time.
Yeah, I don't think it does at all, so that's fine. But 3 and 6 loses time for sure. So we should get to see a pretty cool trick you can do in SMB1. And you can do it in Lost Levels as well, because it's like the same engine pretty much. But he's got to be trying to touch the axe and take damage from Bowser at the same time. And if all goes according to plan, you're going to see a unique sprite for Mario.
I want him to go backwards. Okay, good. There we go.
Nice. Okay, cool. So he set up the glitch. So you can see he took damage, but he's still Big Mario. And if he touches anything, it will kill him. Like, it's as if he's Small Mario. But he's gonna grab 2 power-ups in this level, and something unique is gonna happen. Grabbing a mushroom to become small, obviously.
Yeah, classic Mario mechanics.
Oh, but unfortunately getting
Okay.
hit, so he's gonna have to get the backup Fire Flower.
It's not
It's
the
just so-
worst. That's not the worst spot to take damage. It's just annoying.
Yeah, it's just an inconvenience, because they put a decent number of they put a decent number of power-ups all over, and now he has the small Mario hitbox, but he can shoot fire, which is kind of amazing. That makes a lot of jumps way nicer, and yeah, it's incredibly convenient.
I thought I was getting a 6 there.
Yeah, I thought so for a moment. But there's some people with extremely low times that use small fire Mario, so it's like extremely viable, even for really low, like low 19 attempts. And like actually, water in particular, it's extremely useful, because if you're Big Mario and you're underwater, if you touch the ground while holding crouch and swim, you get the small Mario hitbox, but you can't shoot fire. With this, you have the small Mario hitbox, but obviously you can shoot fire. So it's just the best of both worlds, pretty much.
Yeah, Small Fire Mario makes quite a few levels much easier.
Oh yeah, it's really good. Like, if you're ever worried about, like, letting go of Duck or something for some really important moments, you just don't have to worry about that with this route. Ooh, and doesn't get Stair Boss. Let's go.
Yeah.
One other thing
Smooth
to note about
staircase.
this run, I used to have the world record for a little over 2 years, until it was just beat a couple months ago by Mars 02.
Oh, okay. Nice. I didn't know that you had it for 2 years. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, this is another level where you can tell that being small is pretty useful. There's a few jumps that you'd normally do, crouching, or, just to avoid the cheeps in any way, but you really don't have to worry about that as much with this particular trick. I'm just, like, so jealous. I never played a small Fire Mario, and now I'm like, dang, why? Like, it's so much better.
It really is.
Yeah.
It makes 5-4 and 6-4 like much less stressful.
Yes, yeah. 5-4 is actually the one I was thinking of in particular. And you never have to worry about these fire bars. Like, they look scary, but... and that's another good example. That's the same jump you do in 5-4, but normally you'd have to crouch there. Not with this. Oh, and, as you just showed off, killing Bowser with fire is faster than touching the X to kill him. It saves a decent amount of time.
I think it's like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was 2 or 3, but yeah, which is huge in a game like this. That's so optimized. That looked pretty cool. I was not expecting the Koopa bounce.
Yeah. Yeah, so in this game, if you are falling, you can't take damage from enemies that you can stomp on.
Yes. Like, I guess the one time it doesn't... Like, enemies on stairs, they're kind of weird. I feel like sometimes they don't always follow that particular property. But other than that, yeah, every single time, like, if you're going down, you should stomp enemies. Notably, Hammer Bros. I feel like that's where you see it the most in 8-3.
Oh, Hammer Bros.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for some reason, enemies on stairs just do not work the same way. I don't know what's up with that, but they're kind of weird.
Yeah, another example of stair boss.
Yep.
So if you shoot 2 fireballs there, for whatever reason, it despawns the 3rd Goomba right there. And that was discovered by Goofy Chocobo.
Nice. I had no idea that was a thing.
Yep. It's like to the tune of the music. It's like da da da. If you shoot 2 there, and you kill those 2 Goombas, it'll despawn the 3rd one.
Nice.
For whatever reason, I have no idea. Alright, well then. Okay. We had to get the right point count.
Nice.
Beautiful. I wouldn't want it any other way. And still avoiding fireworks, so you did a good job. I was like, man, this is a weird slowdown, but I like it.
Yeah, that's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
So One is now blessed.
Yep. So I know these Podoboos, that first one that he slowed down for, you can technically always make it over that one, but it's risky.
I don't trust it.
Yeah, exactly. And like these other Podoboos, their pattern depends on the exact frame you get to this level. So when I was saying before that you could delay on the title screen for different patterns, the Podoboos are actually affected by that. So if you like played the exact same way and started at the same time, you would always see the same pattern. But yeah, not really viable in a marathon. That's for sure.
And then once
you have to have like a
once you take damage, like any pattern that you think you know, it's gone.
Oh yeah. Like the convenient thing about this game is you only leave levels every 0.3 seconds. It's called like a frame roll. So it doesn't check to see if you're at the end of the level until 0.3 seconds is up. So that's how you can get to levels at the exact same frame for that reason. But there are a lot of those frame rules. So like Stewie said, taking damage can just completely throw it off, and yeah. It's a bit more complicated than just playing the game normally. So do you do upper or lower path 4-2?
I'll try the lower path. I haven't done it in a while.
Okay, I like it. The lower path definitely looks cooler, if nothing else. Dude, I'm so glad you had fire to snipe that.
So
that is such an awkward thing to have happen.
I should not have made it there.
Yeah, the pipe jump when you had fire, nice. So yeah, you can take the upper route and avoid every single enemy, but it doesn't look as cool, so why go for it? I feel like 4-3 is a bit awkward, and then World 5 onwards is definitely where it picks up, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
Like this, yeah, just the enemies and the placement of these pulley platforms can be pretty awkward. And if you want to save as much time as possible in this particular level, you can't slow down at all, and you have to jump at the very last pixel on that platform. So like it looks, fairly easy, all things considered, but there's a lot more to that level. Yeah, exactly. There's more to it than it might look.
I don't think I've ever gotten that frame roll.
Oh, it's so annoying. So this is the first maze level, where you actually have to take a particular path through the castle or it resets.
And another example of small Mario. That's
Oh
pretty
yeah,
easy.
2 actually. Yeah, you going through that one tile gap and avoiding that fire bar. Oh, and all the Podoboo just blocking 2 shots. Yep.
And not surprising.
No, not at all.
They exist to troll you.
Yeah, 100%. So 5-1 is not the level I was thinking of, but 5-2 is what I was thinking of. So
One thing to note about 5-1 that not many people know, the only level besides 1-1 where it doesn't start with the big castle, it starts with a small one.
Oh, weird. Ooh, going by that.
Why that's a
launcher
thing, I
made me
have
a little
no idea.
nervous. Nice. So 5-2 has a bullet bill launcher at the very beginning of the stage. That...
I fully expect to get trolled here right at the start.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is another thing where if you played with the frame rules and the document up, oh, okay, he got a good frame rule and the bullet didn't shoot, but it can shoot, and you have to be aware of that. Yeah, dude, when someone released a spreadsheet detailing like all the main frame rules you could get, oh, that was so helpful when I was running this game. Ooh, and a clean jump to the steps, very nice.
And like we said, this was going to be a very easy level for Stewie.
One thing we're about to see here in 5-3 that might look a little familiar. Isn't this 1-3?
Yeah, levels definitely start repeating at this point. And so, Stewie stomped that Goomba for a reason. If you don't stomp that Goomba, the second platform just doesn't spawn. So you have to do that or you will die. Which
Yeah,
is such,
I found that out the hard way when I first started learning this game.
Oh yeah, because like, if your first thought's like, oh, I can just shoot it with a fireball, it's fine. No, that doesn't always spawn it either. You just want to stomp it to make sure there's not too many sprites on screen. And he waited underneath that question mark block to get a good pattern of these fire bars. Because if you don't wait there, and you don't know when you got to the level, down to the 0.3 seconds, you have no idea what to expect. But waiting it at the middle point of the level guarantees a good pattern.
That would be Royal Good Bars by Royal Gamer. Or Royal T now, excuse me.
Oh, that was another thing when people figured that out. I was like, this is incredible. And I believe jumping off the question mark blocks at the beginning of this level actually stops Lakitu from throwing an awkward spiny early on.
Why that's a thing, I have no idea. It makes no sense.
I think someone said that they actually messed up the programming of Lakitu in this game.
I remember somebody telling me that the SMB3 Lakitus were actually how it was originally supposed to be. And they messed it up in this one.
Okay, yeah.
Whether that's true, I don't know.
I think there's actually a patch to have like the normal Lakitu physics. Oh, 6-2 is a really cool level to see executed. Like, yeah, there's a few ways you can go about it, and I feel like every single one looks cool. There's so many side view of the piranha plants and just dodging enemies.
Yeah, really nicely done there.
Yeah, it was so nice that he kind of had to slow down at the end.
I almost went too fast and got fireworks.
Yeah, which is exactly the kind of issue you want. Almost too fast. I think 6-3 is probably, at least early on, it was one of the levels that made me more anxious. But, well, a small fire mire, you can jump right underneath that platform easy. And nice pullback for that jump over the spring. That's an awkward jump.
Yeah, I thought that bill was gonna troll me.
Yeah, you're doing hard and precise jumps, and you have to worry about bullet bills. So that combination is pretty stressful. Ooh, the small jump under that Podoboo was very nice. Like, those Podoboos are random as well. So, yeah, always have to be on the lookout for those.
Oops.
Nice lag from Bowser. We love to see it. I swear, I thought I was watching, like, someone where they got lag there and, like, great, it messed up my run. I'm like, could you imagine frames of lag being the thing that loses record for you.
I
Like, that's how
mean,
optimized this game is.
it can be.
Yeah, it's so crazy. I was like, wow,
Actually,
you
yeah,
lost this a couple of frames.
that happened to GTA's. He thought he had the first 1858, and it was 1859 by 1 frame because
Okay,
of
I
lag.
thought it was GTA's. Yeah. Dude, that's crazy. I mean, he really pushes Warpless, too. Yeah, does he have record right now, still?
No, Nifsky does.
That's also crazy. Anyone that has,
I think
like, a
it's
top 3.
I think it's 1856 now.
Wow, okay.
I'm not sure.
When I was running this game, record wasn't even, like, I think it was 1905, maybe?
Yeah, I think when I first started like learning speedrunning altogether, I think Darbian had the record with 1904.
Mm-hmm. I remember watching him go for that, and then Andrew G got a 1903.
Yep. And he was so convinced that he did not get it.
Oh yeah, his power went out too, or his internet went out at the very end of the run, but he was recording with a DVD player or something, so he had the file still, which is so clutch.
Yeah, his old school speedrunning roots really shine through there.
Yeah, for real. Like, no one else I could think of would be recording with a DVD player like a VHS, but of course Andrew G comes in clutch with it.
Yeah, the current record holder in this category briefly had to do VHS recordings on his runs, I believe last year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think he was without a capture card for a little while or something.
Yeah, that sounds
that,
right.
That was wild to see when they came through on the submissions.
I think he submitted a run to the 2U board as well then.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, I remember that. Just breezing through World 7, making it look easy.
It's not.
No, it's not. And then you just have World 8 to worry about, which is... I don't know, World 8 is interesting because people have played it so much for 90%.
World 8 is
it's not
scary
as
if you
bad.
don't have power-ups.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's really bad without power-ups. And if people didn't know, this is also a maze level.
World 8 feels even worse just because like the power-ups that are there are so far out of the way.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's kind of a risk just going for the power-ups. In some situations. But now we get to see the lovely World 8. I feel like most people that play Warpless have played a lot of NE% first, so World 8 is... I guess it's like that in a lot of games with warps. They're pretty familiar with the layout of the level and what to do, but it doesn't make it any easier.
No.
Stomping those 2 Koopas actually despawns a Goomba, so you can hold right the entire time throughout this level. And another... Well, oh yeah, so in 90% you can actually lose time in this level even if you play it perfect, from what I understand. Because of, like, what they call the judges can just take time from you depending on when you enter this level. I'm not sure if they figured out a way around that yet.
I think it's when you hit the Buzzy Beetle at the start, and then if you get bad judges, you can cancel it out by hitting the first pixel of the star block.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's a really random thing. But in Warpless, you don't have to worry about that. I believe you always have good judges.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure you actually always... You can't lose time to that, at least. Oh, dude, you sniping those 2 Paracoopas, that's like one of the worst parts of the level for me. And that final one, yep.
How did I
Fire
not?
there's so nice.
How did I not get a 3? I thought I was getting one.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Oh, I ate that. Getting 8-2 out of the way feels really good.
And having fire in this level is a huge luxury.
Oh,
I almost just got trolled with that bullet bill.
yeah, you got pretty close to it. And like I mentioned before with enemy patterns, if you do get here at the same time, you also know what the Hammer Bros are gonna do. And Stewie bonked there so that he would not get a 3. It's a lot easier to bonk against a block to, like, slow down than it is to just freestyle and, like, you know, hold left for X amount of seconds or frames. Like, just bonking against blocks is a very nice and consistent way to slow down the exact same amount. It's also easy to slow down too much, too.
Yeah.
Classic piranha plant despawning. Makes sense. Nice. So
Very
he
nice.
walked off the first pipe in that room so that he would have a 2-frame window to get that wall jump, and he nailed it. I feel like all the pressure is building. As soon as you get to the swimming room, everyone's just like silent, like, oh my gosh.
Like, oh my god,
So
this is
focused
it.
on yeah, this is the run. Oh, that hammer kind of was trying to get in your way. Nice.
Ooh, and the hammer jump, very nice. That's a
Oh,
very
shit.
solid time in a marathon.
Oh, absolutely. So now we're going to, I think, Kurt and my favorite game of the NES ones.
Game
Mario
of the
Bros.
year,
2.
baby.
Yep, yeah, this is what we're here for. Oh, what
So-
a good game.
Disclaimer, I gave Kurt and Ethan full permission to just roast the heck out of me if I make any slip-ups, so...
Oh,
Yeah.
but you do a double jump immediately, so I don't think I can make fun of that.
Yeah, the swag points gives you clearance for one mistake.
Yeah, there you go.
But otherwise, I'm licking my chops, waiting for the first screw up so I can pounce on it.
But so far, I mean, this 1-1 has been perfect. He's gotta take damage on purpose so that he interacts with the,
I might have gone
Shy
too
guy?
slow.
I think you're gonna see the egg.
Wow. I think I got lucky.
Yeah, so these birdos shoot an egg about every 4 seconds, so if you make too big of a mistake on the first level, it ends up costing you 4 seconds. But
Yeah, it's actually much more significant than you would think in the speedrun. And, like, you get to choose between 4 characters. Each one of them plays differently. Like, quite a bit different, actually. So, you're gonna see all of them at least once, luckily.
yeah, and all 4 of the characters behave extremely differently than Mario does in Mario 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mario 1, you are basically a freight train. It's nearly impossible to change direction, where the controls in this game are extremely snappy by comparison.
I thought about going for the veggie glitch, but
It would have looked cool if you got it. I guess one thing to note about that level, like, he got on one carpet and then swaps to another, and it actually makes it go faster. Like, I have no idea why it works, but doing that particular thing, swapping carpets, actually makes you go really fast.
how much would you guys have roasted me if I went for that sniffet grab?
If you got it, I wouldn't have been able to say anything.
Yeah, it would have saved you upwards of no time if you got it. So that,
Yeah.
that would have been cool.
Oh, man, yeah. So, Mouser's the boss of this level, and he throws bombs at certain intervals. So, like, getting to him faster doesn't necessarily save you any more time. Like, you can save time if you spawn him at a specific moment, but, like... yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, it's like... it's pretty complicated.
Alright, so far this is a solid World 1. No opportunities to roast Stewie yet, unfortunately.
Oh, you'll
Yeah,
get
that's
plenty of
what
them,
that
don't
goes.
worry.
Looks like a really solid Mouser fight, too. Oh, and I say that right
Oh,
when
the
he misses.
miss bomb!
But the recovery.
Alright, yeah, not too big of a mistake, but hopefully a little preview of what's to come in World 2 so we can...
Yeah, World 2, honestly, one of my least favorite worlds in the speedrun. Like, it's... I don't know,
Yeah.
there's a lot that can go wrong. Like,
Mhm.
so he's gonna... if you grab 5 cherries, then it spawns a star. But coming up, the star just might not spawn because of too many sprites on screen. And that loses, like, 12 seconds.
And I would just like to note that Stewie took an extremely cursed route through that level there. Alright, taking damage there.
Yeah, so...
Yeah,
if you...
I thought I waited long enough at the door, but I guess not.
Mhm. Yeah, so when you go through that door, you want to come to a complete stop, and you don't want to hold right until you see yourself spawn in this room. Otherwise, if you do
I
hold
don't
right,
think I'm getting it.
Oh, that dig might prevent you.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting it.
I think you might actually.
Nope.
But yeah, if you go too early, then the shy guy will follow you, and that's what happened to Stewie. But you just kill Birdo with eggs the normal way, not a big deal. And there's
Yes.
still an opportunity to see a star kill anyway, so.
Yeah, Yeah, that star kill is one of the first real gatekeepers in the run. It's pretty difficult to pull off, so I'm gonna let Stewie off the hook for not getting it there.
If I miss the 4-2 star kill, then let me have it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I guess we didn't really mention that Toad is the fastest running character when you have an item in your hand or an enemy. So that's why he's choosing Toad for like every single level right now. It's optimal, runs faster. To me, Toad controls the best out of any character.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. You feel like you're in control with Toad at all times.
Yeah, you just, what you see is what you get, I guess.
Alright, some more digging, everyone's favorite.
Oh, okay. Got the skip with good subpixels. Like, yeah, if you land on a Shy Guy and you have the right subpixel, you go, like, below the ground, and you actually land on the Shy Guy instead of the sand tile that you should land on, so...
I never knew, like, what the actual mechanic for that was.
Yeah, I just
thought it was random.
Dependent. Yeah, when you land, sometimes you'll see your sprite go underneath the ground, and that's what happened just now. And that enemy is just in the perfect spot for you to land on him.
Of course.
So, yeah, the bad RNG is what Stewie got right there.
Yeah, there's a 1 in 8 chance that this Birdo will shoot a fireball instead of an egg, and that chance increases slightly every time Birdo takes a hit. So that was just really unfortunate that Stewie couldn't bounce the block off the egg to get multiple hits right away.
Yeah, like, you see that happen to literally every runner in this game that has happened, so... Yeah. Stewie going up the right side of that ladder, because it actually spawns these flying enemies called Bezos in a good spot. Burrow fire is like one of the most frustrating things for me in this run.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of RNG in this game, but that's definitely one spot that can get under your skin.
Yeah, like the tiny amounts of RNG there is can just be so frustrating.
Isn't Crabio RNG if you don't do the cool crab strat?
Yeah.
I mean, it's RNG even with it, right? Depending on when you get there.
Yeah, the pattern will shift a little bit with when you get there, but you have a little bit more control over it. Another task skip. Let's go.
What is this?
But yeah, it's not like Mario 3 where you're prepared for the bad RNG to ruin your run.
Yeah. I look forward to seeing that when we get there.
I'm guaranteeing at least one marathon during SMB3.
I was gonna call an early hammer, actually.
Funny
Maybe that's
thing,
jinxing it.
my new PB that I got a couple days ago, after 2 years, actually is running against early hammer, so...
I saw that, yeah. Which, well, we can cover that stuff when we get to SMB3. I guess we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
There's so much in every game to cover. I mean, because all the games are so different. Like, when do you fight a three-headed snake in any other Mario game? I don't know. But the cool thing about that fight is, yeah, you pick up that enemy, just throw it against the wall, and it just bounces on Triclide for all 3 hits, and you don't have to do anything else. You just chuck it at the wall, and life is good.
There is a slightly faster setup for that kill, but I don't really go for it that much.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I don't even know if it saves half a second. But
I did the task strat once, and it didn't save any time for me, and I was like, dude, come on.
What's the task strat?
It's... Oh, gosh, I don't really know how to explain it. I'd have to show you a video, because it's like the normal task strat, but slightly different. It's weird. Yeah, it's oddly tough.
Oh my god.
Oh, almost falling down. Holy smoke, Stewie. You want to go up on this screen, not down.
Yeah.
That almost Titanic.
That was almost bad. Yeah, that would have been a lengthy trek
That's
back to that
That's a bad time loss.
Yeah, it would have been good content for the fans, though. But Ethan mentioned something about you don't really get to fight three-headed snakes in other Mario games. It might be worth mentioning the history of this game, that this was developed on a pretty short timeline when they decided to not bring the Japanese adaptation of Mario 2 to the North American audience. So they
I'm not complaining
polished
about
up
that.
so they polished up a game called Doki Doki Panic for the Famicom, and that's what we have here. Although, interestingly enough, Doki Doki Panic started as a Mario game in early development. So this is a Mario game turned non-Mario game turned Mario game.
That's insane. That's a really funny development line. Yeah,
Yes.
The original version doesn't even have a run button, which is just outrageous to me.
Yeah. Yeah, the Japanese Mario 2, otherwise known as the Lost Levels, was actually, from start to finish, created in 4 months. They just needed to get a title out for the launch of the Famicom Disk System.
Oh, wow.
Seriously? That short a time?
Yep, 4 months.
Wow.
Easy peasy.
So, that level you just saw with Princess, unless Dewey's doing a different route, that is the last time you'll see Princess.
This is also the last time we're going to see Mario in this game.
Yeah.
Sad face.
We also didn't mention in the previous level, well, the last 2 levels, he was jumping off of vines and a ladder. So if you're on a vine and you hold up right or up left, you have 3 frames to jump off of it. Otherwise, you just fall off like normal. So that's a speedrun strategy, jumping off of vines or ladders. It's not easy at all. We might get to see another one right here, hopefully. Yeah, exactly what he just did. He's holding upright and pressing A within 3 frames. And he can save a lot of time.
Oh, the Titanic!
Nope.
And you can see that it's not easy.
Alright, flirting with those panzers a little bit. Getting burned. Oh boy, the snippets.
Wow. Okay, yeah.
That was flirting with disaster there.
Yeah. Dude, this game can go south so fast. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there are very few safe rooms in this run.
It's like non-stop too. You just always have to be paying
I'm
attention.
gonna try and get a heart. I don't
Okay.
think it's gonna be enough.
I didn't count the
Nope.
I didn't count the enemies that you killed so far.
Alright, not a big deal.
Did you just get 4 on that screen?
Must have been.
Yeah, a couple short. This is, I think, one of the hardest boss fights when you start learning the game, I would say.
Yeah, this is a really awkward one. The platform's higher and it takes 5 bombs to kill this Mauser instead of just 3.
And when you're small Mario, it's so much harder.
Thought I was gonna kill that spark.
Yeah, the spark, the chain in your way, like everything about this is so obnoxious to deal with. Like if you're just not doing all 3 games, there's a wrong warp you can do to kill Mouser with a star, but you risk soft locking, and it's
No,
totally
thank
not
you.
worth it. Yeah, I would never do that in a marathon.
Like, I briefly thought about it, because I do have a save state for it, but
Nice.
it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not a huge time save, I would say.
Yeah,
Like,
for
they
how
also-
risky it is.
It's
What's that?
It's not as big a time save if you don't get the star kill.
Yeah, that's mainly what I mean. Like, if you don't get the star kill, then it's like...
I think it's technically a time loss if you don't get the star kill with it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that makes
because
sense.
all the time setting it up and then not getting the quick kill on Mouser, that time is gone.
Okay, yeah.
But so far, this has been a pretty unroastable run so far.
Yep, trapping the Shy Guy's soul in the ground is always nice.
Yep. See you later, buddy.
Yeah, these two, 4-1 and 4-2, you see in the any percent run. So, like before, most runners are super comfortable with these levels and really, really good at them.
Yeah, and the enemy pattern here on this screen is fixed, so once you get used to it, this is one of the easiest screens in the whole game.
Did we tell them
Going
about
for
the rando run we had a couple months ago with the dark background? Like trying to play this level.
Oh, dark enemies and dark background.
Yeah,
Oh my, yeah.
that
We were playing a randomizer, and it
makes
essentially
that
makes
screen almost impossible.
Yeah, you can't see any of the enemies, essentially. Like, everything is black. And that was hilarious to watch, because I wasn't playing, I was just watching, and that was insane. Oh, good times. So hopefully we're gonna see a star kill right here. Grabbing the 5 cherries. If you play the level the same way, the star always spawns in the same spot, so that's not a thing you have to worry about. Yep, nice. Perfect star kill. Which is what he was going for in 2-1.
Now, at the start of this next level, we're going to see an intentional delay before we enter the door. There's a Birdo on the next screen, and we don't want her to move left at all before shooting an egg.
Yeah, it's just free time save for waiting, so yeah. Pretty worth it, I would say.
Yeah, Birdo's movement left and right is based on when you spawn her, but when she shoots eggs out is based on a level timer from when you select your character.
So you want to go slow to go fast.
Yep.
Exactly. Oh, and, you know, anytime when you spawn on ice, you're gonna see Stewie jump, because you accelerate faster when you're not on ice. So he's just jumping so he can get up to the maximum speed as fast as possible. Ooh, that was such a good setup.
I can't believe that hit.
Oh, wow, okay.
That last one was a little lucky there.
I can't believe that hit either, dude. Nice.
I'm gonna try and go for the triple hit on Birdo in this level. So I was messing with it earlier.
Oh, okay, yeah. I bet whoever found that strat's really cool.
Yeah,
He's
probably
super
very
cool,
handsome
dude.
too.
Yeah, very handsome and cool, dude. Totally, not me. Yeah, I was messing around one day. I was, like, desperate for time save in SMB2, pretty much. And I found that if you threw a block in another block in the Birdo room, you can use it to triple hit Birdo, essentially. And hopefully we get to see it, but it's
No, I was too slow in the first room.
Okay, yeah. Ooh,
Like
what a
I
really
look for
nice one
Birdo to jump right away, like after a couple seconds, and that tells me that I got it.
Well, if you saw him pick up the mushroom through that fireball, when you're picking things up, you're invincible. And Luigi has a really long pickup animation, so yep, he just picks it up. You pick up an item straight through a fireball, and life is good.
Don't try that with Toad; it almost never works.
Yeah, it sucks with Toad.
Yeah, I think you only have a couple frames of leeway with Toad. He has very quick pickup, so shorter iframes there. Now in this level here, 5-2, this is an interesting one from a routing perspective. Toad is technically faster, but Luigi climbs much easier. These vine jumps have an 8-frame window with him versus 3 for the other characters. So this screen becomes pretty trivial with Luigi. And as I say that, Stewie takes damage. Just
Yeah,
Just to prove you wrong.
I don't agree with that hit.
just go ahead and kiss that ladybug. But with Luigi, the boss fight is very awkward. There's a gap in the platform pretty much exactly where you want to be standing.
Only we can
Especially
take
when
that pal with us.
Oh yeah, if only. And like small Luigi, of course, makes everything harder. But
Oh my
see, if you were
gosh.
big Luigi, that would have hit.
Alright, that went much better than I expected.
Yeah, that can go much worse than it did there, so that's nicely done in a marathon setting.
Oh, it can be so difficult. I mean, if you don't, you can know what to expect, depending on how you play the level, but as soon as you get off your rhythm or off the timing, you have no idea what's going to happen, and it can be really tough to recover. Between the fish and then the egg spam, like, yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, so we're in one of the longest levels in the run right now. It's also one of my favorites. It's very difficult, and I mess it up plenty, but I think it's just a really cool level.
Oh yeah, 5-3 is awesome. Like, the part I actually like the least is just this bomb section right here. Trying to optimize that is pretty frustrating.
Yeah. All right, grabbing the bagler block here for safety.
The bagler block, no. So an interesting thing, he threw that toad, or that block, pretty early before the door. He actually could not throw that when he was in front of the trees. Like, the trees are part of the background, but also the foreground, I guess? They're like objects, so you can't throw things when you're in front of them.
Yeah, there are several background objects in this game that have interesting collision. Like some clouds you can place blocks on.
Yeah, what the heck? Looking like another good fast carpet setup. Yep. He went down to avoid this. Oh, I'm blanking on the name. Pidgey? Pidget. Wow, I don't know why I blanked on that.
Yeah, so you actually lose a little time going down instead of up to avoid that one, but Stewie doesn't even care about time in a speed run.
It was cool to see him once again use the strat of, like, that was smooth too.
Let's go.
Bouncing into
Very nice.
two like nice boss fights. The Birdo bouncing the enemy off the ground into the egg, getting a double hit, and taking damage when the rock's going towards the ground. And if you're taking damage, objects keep moving, so it just moves straight into the ground, and naturally rocks just go upwards after that.
Yeah,
And
the record holder in Mario 2 all levels kind of stumbled on that in practice one day, and that's sort
I
of
was
become
gonna
the
ask, wasn't
standard
that, like,
at a...
completely by accident?
Yeah, it was
That's
an
really
accidental find, and it's now pretty much the standard for all of the high-level runners in this game to go for the kill that way. There is an older video where someone got that in a casual playthrough, but
wow.
but that was not known to speedrunners until very recently, within the last year or so, I want to say, maybe year and a half.
definitely within a
Yeah, that
year.
sounds about right.
And you can't even do that on All-Stars. The All-Stars version doesn't work the same way.
Oh, that's right.
There's an alternate strat you can do, but yeah, not as cozy.
All right,
This
Kurt,
was a
shield
really
your
good
eyes.
6-1. Oh no, what's he gonna do for 6-2?
Yeah, I believe, is this going to be pumpkinless jank?
Yep.
Oh god.
Yep. No words.
So the strat Stewie uses on this screen here is fairly consistent, but you do risk a chance of one of these enemies despawning.
Just like
which
that.
Yeah.
I'll try it one more time.
Yeah, like the fireballs can despawn an enemy you need to jump on, and that's what makes this so scary. Oh, but he gets it that time. There's actually a couple of different ways to play it. Well, I guess more than a couple of different ways to play this level. You can do it super safe and just ride for it all the way across if you want. Obviously, that's not very time efficient, but, you know, whether you're a beginner or an advanced runner, you have your options.
Yeah, and even those jumps that Stewie was going for there look a lot scarier than they are. Most of them are just big full jumps, where you just press and hold the jump button. You know, I always tell people learning this game that the scarier the strat looks, the easier it probably is. A lot of the stuff that doesn't look particularly difficult ends up being some of the hardest stuff. Nice ladder jump, Stewie.
I disagree, game.
Oh, wow, I thought,
Oh, wow.
okay, I genuinely thought you had that. Yeah, this is something you can do with other characters, but not in the
Oh
same
my gosh,
way.
come on.
It's an interesting jump, because depending on how...
There
Depending
we
on when you
go.
throw it and the amount of speed you have, it kind of changes when you have to do things. But yeah, you can throw the potion against the wall, jump off of it, and it saves a decent amount of time. Like otherwise, you have to walk underneath that structure, and it takes so long.
Yeah, a little bit of a Titanic there, missing it a few times, but does get the triple hit kill on the Birdo there. That's nice. That's what Stewie went for in 2-2, but got trolled with a fireball.
Ooh, looking like a really nice tri-glide fight
Yeah.
too. That's
that's-
exactly what you want to do.
That's pretty much the fastest known kill, I believe. That's consistently viable RTA.
Yeah, I didn't get the fast strat to work ever, so it's cursed. Now, already to World 7, the final world. For whatever reason, they stopped at 7, unlike every other Mario game, but that's cool.
And in this world, they only have 2 levels instead of 3.
Yeah. But whatever, they know what they were doing.
Yeah, I want to say that's probably a byproduct of Doki Doki Panic being a rushed product for a marketing event, and then Mario 2 being a somewhat rushed product based on that.
Yeah,
But-
that's fair.
But who knows? It also may have just been system limitations. The development started fairly early in the NES life cycle, so they didn't fully know how to squeeze all the power out of the NES yet. Like in Mario 3, there's about 4,000 levels.
90, I think.
Yeah, like I said,
Yeah,
4,000.
Yeah. It is funny, if you compare SMB1 to SMB3, holy crap, it is so much better looking on SMB3. And yeah, on to the final level. So Wart, much like Birdo, has has veggie spawning about every 4 seconds, so that's kind of the timeline he's working on. And this is also a pretty intense level if you want to go fast. You gotta nail vine jumps like Stewie just did in multiple areas. You have to fight a Hawk Gate, which is probably the funniest boss to me in this game.
That chain is
There we
lubed up
go.
with butter. Here we go. Alright, sometimes the cleaning staff in Subcon forgets to clean off the chains and vines.
So good thing I'm using a segment timer here for this level.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you use the segment timer, you know exactly what to do for Wart.
Frisky door entry there next to that Birdo.
I don't
Yeah,
think I
well-
should have got away with that.
It was risky. So this Hawk Gate, which normally you just, you grab the orb, you get to enter.
Excuse me? I don't know how I didn't get the double head.
Yeah, I'm honestly...
A little high on the first throw, but that's fine. Yeah, so Stewie's using a segment timer here to gauge when to enter this fight. So when Wart's all the way up front like that for the first hit, if you don't miss any throws, he'll also be up front for the final hit, which saves a little bit of time. So it's another case like with Birdos where his movement is based on when you spawn him, but the times when you can hit him is on that cycle.
Kobe. Denied.
Oh, that's so close.
Close. Good try.
Ward's position can also make some of the throws way harder than they should be or need to be.
Yeah. But GG, that's a really solid Mario 2 run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, GG.
Thank you.
Alrighty, on to the final of the 3 games. And the longest of the 3 games. So, luckily I've played a lot of SMB3 lately, so I actually know what's going on in this game finally. Before I was pretty lost, but I finally know what's happening.
Yeah, I even kind of know what's happening.
Alright.
Oh, alright. Gonna see some forced stash percent here in Mario 3 when you take the bottom route.
Yeah, going for that crouch jump on the Paracoopas, I don't know. I feel like no matter how many times you do it, every once in a while you're just gonna miss. Like, that's just how it goes.
Yep.
Did we see some P-speed in 1-2? Getting ahead of myself already.
Yeah, looks like we got early P-speed. That's one of the harder tricks in the whole game, I would say.
1-2 P speed is... Yeah, it's definitely not easy. The funny thing is there's 2 subpixels that you can end 1-1 with that will negate 1-2 P speed. And somehow it feels like you get them all the time.
Yeah, so this game tracks your X and Y coordinates at a finer level than just full pixels. And so there you can be at different spots, but on the screen you look like you're in the exact same place. And that finer measurement can determine whether or not certain strats work in this game.
Luckily, not that many strats are dependent on it, but yeah, it can be a factor. I mean, in World 7, we'll see it come into play. Well, hopefully we don't, but you might see it.
No tunnel.
Ooh, that would have been so nice. That tunnel strat's really hard to pull off.
Yeah, Shadow's True Hyper Mario.
Also worth noting, it says I'm 1 minute and 45 behind the record, but if I have a good enough Mario 3, I can get it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Stewie is currently on PB pace.
Yeah, I guess that is worth noting. It does say -27. So yeah, pretty nice. And getting that waffle jump in the forward is also super nice to see. I have gotten hit by that orb so many times.
Yeah, that was an on-the-fly decision on whether to not go for that.
Dude, I respect it. Fighting the Hammer Bro, he can get the Fire Flower here, and he knows what boss pattern is going to happen based on like where the Hammer Bros are on the map before you get to the castle. So it's kind of something that you would not know just watching, but based on the Hammer Bro movements and stuff, the runners will know exactly what to expect from bosses.
Yeah, and Stewie did get a 2-frame jump there inside of the throne room, which saves no time, but looks really cool.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. Oh man, already to our first auto-scroller. I was just waiting for it.
Yeah,
I love auto-scrollers.
This game does have quite a few auto-scrollers. Thankfully, you skip a handful of them in the Warpless route compared to the 100% route.
I'm trying to remember exactly how many there are, because I know I counted them at one point. It's either 18 or 19.
Oh wow. I honestly don't mind an auto-scroller for like a boss level like this. Like this is pretty... I think it's pretty cool to have this. Like, it's all the build-up before you have to fight a boss. I like that.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's only in a speedrun that I ever care. Like, if I was playing casually, I'd love the auto-scrollers. Yeah, a really smooth fight. I love that pattern.
There is one boss fight, or auto-scroller that we'll see later on. That's just awful.
I'm curious which one exactly is awful to you.
I know, right?
Because a lot of the Navy, or not the Navy, the Air Force maybe?
No, I don't mind Air Force. I actually think Air Force is easier with the scroll.
Okay. So many good options.
It's like if you play Speedrunners Edition and try playing Air Force without the auto scroll, it's completely different.
Oh yeah, I think that'd be extremely hard. Yeah, the What he's referring to, there's a patch of this game that removes any of the auto-scrolling, so you can just run through the level, like, on your own without it scrolling for you. And that changes so many things. I mean, it also changes boss patterns, because you get there at a different time.
Yeah.
We see World 2 here is another desert world like it was in Mario 2. That's sort of become a mainstay in Mario games, is that, you know, you start in a green area and then you go to a desert area as the next spot you go to.
Also worth pointing out that if I was in World 1 right there, at the end of that level, I would have coin chipped. Because I had 11 and 1.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I don't think I've ever seen someone get a coin chip in World 1.
Sadly, I can say I have once.
You have?
Stewie
In Hundo
plus-
or just normal? Warpless?
I think it was 100% because I just wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, see, in Warpless I've never seen it happen, but in Hundo that makes sense. So, in this game, if you have a multiple of 11 for your coin count, and then the tens digit of your score matches whatever multiple you have, so if you had 11 coins right now, it could spawn a coin chip over one of the Hammer Bros on the map.
Yeah, it will always turn the strongest item on the map into a coin chip.
Okay,
So in this
and
case, I think would be the whistle.
Okay. And that loses like, if you have to fight the coin chip that you spawn, that is a pretty hefty time
It's
loss.
roughly a minute.
Yeah,
A
bo-
minute.
bonus DLC auto-scroller for the fans.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
But coin chips can only happen in Worlds 1, 3, 5, and 6.
Yeah, any world where it's not like strictly
Slow
a hammer
down.
bro. Ooh, yeah, trying to go for. So that shell that he's holding on to would have a lot of speed if you kept P speed when you let go of it, but losing P speed unfortunately removes all the speed that the shell would have. But it can go like so fast that it actually lags there. It's kind of funny to see. Oh, and if he ever turns back for one of those cards, it's just so that he doesn't get matching ones. Because if you get like 3 stars, 3 fire flowers, there's a longer animation in the fireworks, so he's trying to avoid that.
I don't think I've ever gotten a triple mushroom marathon or fanfare.
I did because Nico was like, hey, you should slow down and get a mushroom fanfare, and I'm like, okay. Like, whatever, this run's not great. Other than that, I don't think without trying, I don't think it would happen. So, was that the hammer bro that you walked towards, I'm guessing?
That is the hammer, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, when the hammer bros are moving, when they stop, for a brief moment, they face a direction. Depending on the direction they face, you know which bro is which. So he knows that the hammer bro is the one near 2-4, and that's why he played 2-4 instead of 2-5. Ooh, you get to skip the dot box.
I'm debating on whether or not I want to take it.
I mean, it's not. I don't think it's a bad move.
Depending on where it goes.
Yeah, so like the only bro that he needs right
Nope.
here is the hammer bro. Oh, and you're skipping that. That's the cool thing about SMB3 is you do have a couple of routing options. Like, you can fight the music box bro in this world, and then use it to make other bros go, like, fall asleep for 2 turns, or you can just skip it and kind of like gamble. Ooh, barely getting that faster strat. That was smooth.
Yeah, I love the way that strat looks.
Yeah, it looks so much cooler than the standard strat.
Oh, the duck loop or whatever people do.
Yeah. So movement of 2, I'm assuming that should be the more in that like jumps out of the pit faster. Right?
Yeah, he's gonna shoot, walk into the pit, and then he's either gonna shoot the wand again or jump. But I just assume jump every time.
Yeah, I think almost always jump. I mean, I've even gotten there when he doesn't shoot immediately. But yeah, that's the cool thing. Like, we saw a movement of 2 on the overworld map for the Hammer Bros, so we're like, oh, we know what pattern to expect from the boss here. And how much time does a fire kill save on this boss? On these bosses, like 3 seconds?
It's like 2.5, 3 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
So
also
that
worth
definitely
noting.
adds up over 7 bosses if you can get them all.
It's also worth noting if you have to grab power-ups on the airship, that will also change the pattern. Or if you take
good
damage, or depending on how fast or slow you enter the pipe at the end, that will also affect the pattern.
Yeah, everything freezes when you either take damage or grab a power-up when you're small.
Yeah, like
or
the
when
timer.
you're big either.
Yep. So like when you left the pyramid, that's when the timer started. So just all the amount of time from then to going down this pipe to the boss room. So anything in
Yep.
between then, you know, counts towards that amount of time.
Wait, that was not the right pattern.
Did he not shoot at all?
No, that was the Pluto pattern.
Yeah, I think that's if you... I was told if he doesn't shoot, then that means you got there a tiny bit slow.
Interesting.
But Teeks'
Okay.
spreadsheet also shows that for movement of 2.
I'll have to take a look at that.
But regardless, he still got a pretty clean fire kill. That's one of the quirks of, like, yeah, it can be, like, frames apart that just gives you a different pattern. Because I've gotten that one in quite a few runs, actually. And then people are like, nah, man, you're just going too slow. I'm like, really? Just the map movement is enough or something? I don't know.
I mean, it can be. Like,
Yeah, it definitely can be.
Like a good example of that is in World 5. Like after 5.8, if your menuing is slow for the item, then that will completely throw off the pattern.
Yeah.
Alright, I gotta watch my coin count because I have a 10th digit of 3. So I gotta be careful in 3 too.
Oh, yeah, you didn't set up your points or whatever in World 1. I got a coin chip here like 2 days ago. It was sweet.
Yeah,
Had to
so
reset.
I got one last night in an early hammer run.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. Kurt, how do you feel about World 3?
Well, with the baby strats I go for, it's not too bad, but yeah, it can be a bit of a troll.
These cheap
Especially-
cheaps in particular?
Yeah, this is a level that your subpixels can determine whether or not these cheaps cause damage, even when you stomp on them from above.
I still
Oh,
don't
yeah,
understand how that mechanic works.
Oh, they just scam you. They just go straight through you. It's
Wait, is it-
awful.
I've heard it's just the cheap sometimes moving faster than you.
I've
Yeah,
never...
it moves far enough into you before
Into your
the
sprite.
game detects collision.
Okay, that's pretty wild. Also, the
same-
way... Oh, what's that?
I was just gonna say the same thing can happen on a couple of the Koopaling fights.
Yeah, that actually, in World 4 in particular, that scams you pretty hard.
I still gotta be careful because of my score. Because I got 44 now.
Yeah, you just can't escape it. I don't think it's that likely to get 4 in your score at the moment.
No.
And then you can get coins in
Like,
3,
if,
4 anyway.
if the star bro goes left, then we're safe.
Also, really good recovery in 3-2. Stewie went for a peace beat strat, but messed it up a tiny bit and fell, but he just got right back up.
Yeah, I just missed a jump.
Yeah, so that was a really good 3-2.
I don't like where this bro is going, so I'm going to 3-4 first.
Yeah, so that bro can run away from you, and that is something that no runner wants to deal with, because you... I mean, you can avoid... If you can avoid both of the bros, then you have to play an extra level, but if you accidentally have to fight one and the other runs away, you have to take a death. Like, there's no other option, so... Runaway is the worst thing you can see in World 3. But luckily, the bro's being nice.
Once.
Yeah, very rare to see a nice bro. Yeah, the bro at the far right of the screen could have just like went all the way up and then to the right past 3-6 and you'll never see it again. Or there's nothing better than a runaway, but then the runaway goes right past 3-8 so you have to fight it. Oh.
My favorite one is when you get the runaway bro after 3-2. And then after 3-4, he's just hanging out by the fort.
Oh yeah, just walking forever.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I gotta love the RNG in this game. It's amazing.
It's a very fair and good game.
Yeah, 100%.
Funny thing, 2 years ago with GDQ, when I was racing Mitch and Haxer, I got door 3, and my reward for that was getting runaway bro.
Oh no. Dude.
Like right away.
Yeah, so in the fort earlier here in World 3, there's a faster route you can do that requires a frame-perfect trick with very little visual cue or anything that you can use. And that's what Stewie was referring to by door 3.
I think if you have a metronome, you can get the timing down.
I believe that's what Teeks does, actually, is use a metronome to time it. Yeah, I was watching Teeks do that the other day, and he was just nailing it. I'm like, dude, how is he so good at this? But Teeks is kind of amazing at all of SMB3, so
Yeah.
not too surprising when you think of it that way.
He is a gamer.
Yes.
Getting a PB in a race.
Oh my
And that
gosh,
was
yeah, I got...
in a low 51. Wait, were you on the mic for that race?
Yeah, I was on the mic for that, dude. That was insane to watch.
Like, I just remember, like, everyone freaking out when he got no hands.
Yeah, we were freaking out, because we had 3 commentators that day, too, which was just funny, because you don't need 3 for a race.
Who was
It's
it?
like-
Was it you, Jahalia, and...
It was Bagger, me, and Nico, I believe. Yeah,
Okay.
it was beautiful.
Okay, yeah, because everyone was just pogging out when he got by.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, when he walked across the hands, we didn't know what to say. Like, wait, did that actually just happen? In the final world of SMB3, there are 3 hand levels. 50% chance for each one of them to pull you in. And they basically always do. Doesn't matter the odds.
Yeah, 50%.
So, yeah. Getting 0 hands is actually huge. I was telling Stewie earlier, like, I got 0 hands in a run, and I was so unprepared that I, like, stopped on the final hand, like, expecting it to pull me in. And I was like, oh my gosh, it didn't?
Yeah, in my very first completed run, I got the first 2 hands, went to the 3rd hand, didn't get pulled in, but was just expecting to, and accidentally entered the level anyway.
Yeah, Backer did that recently, too. He, instead of pressing up, he accidentally pressed right. He, like, fat-fingered his D-pad, and then
Oh
he
my
also hit A
God.
at the same time. So
What?
he went... Yeah, he went into hand 3. It was so funny. I've never seen that before, but...
Please
So
tell me there's a
probably
clip of that.
Oh, I hope so. I don't remember if it was offline. I'll ask him for it, though. That was so funny. I kind of like... I think, especially as a kid, World 4 is, like, the coolest design. Oh, and really nice fast 4-1. The P-speed that Stewie just did is,
That's not
definitely
easy
the
at all.
hardest strat. No, it's really tricky. And
Good.
the bros can be pretty annoying in World 4, but you might actually see a nice hammer bro.
So I want the cloud to be facing right after this level, because if he starts out facing right, he cannot go left.
Okay. Yeah, hopefully he faces right, because then Stewie will have a chance to fight him right away. And obviously, if you fight bros earlier on in a world, then they're not able to move as much. Yeah, some chonky
Alright.
hammer bros. That's why I love this.
That's not bad, because at least the star ran away, so...
Yeah, like ideally, Stewie wants to avoid everything except for this cloud, bro. Like, if possible. And that's...
If the P-Wing is in my way, and the star is guaranteed out of my way, I will take it.
Yeah, absolutely. I was actually just talking to Louie about that too, trying to figure out like the best routing. Because P-Wings are so useful in a couple of levels that like Stewie said, if he can avoid one bro and only get the P-Wing, incredibly worth it. But it's all RNG. We'll find out after 4-4. Yeah, everything in this world is so cool. Giant Koopas, giant hammer bros. Like, I think it's just the coolest design. Even the clouds are giant.
And if you were to zoom out on the overworld map in World 4, it would look like a giant turtle.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, I didn't know. Oh, and the wacky wacky.
Oh,
That is-
I soiled it.
that is a really hard strat. Like, how many frames do you have to do that? Do you know, Stewie?
Single-digit frames. I think it's like between 1 and 3, maybe.
Yeah, it's a really hard strat to do, and he pulled it off, so that's sick.
And I got so excited that I mixed it up with another swag strat.
I got so excited.
I'm gonna go to 4-5, simply because the bro is right there. And since I already used my box, if the bro crosses over, then that box is wasted.
Okay. How much time does doing 4-5 lose you compared to 4-6?
I think from what Teeks told me, it was like 5 or 6 seconds.
That's
Which
not
is
too
less
bad at all.
than... Yeah, it's not bad considering if he went to 4-6 instead, he like would basically be guaranteed a bro fight, which loses Actually, I'm not sure how much they lose in World 4. Is it 9 seconds? I'm not
Something like that.
But regardless, he's making a play based on where the Hammer Bros are on the map, so really smart thinking. Oh, that swaggy looking jump off the dry bones.
So since I played 4-5, this bro cannot go over.
Yeah, Hammer Bros will never walk over a level that you completed. He got a movement of 1, which I would say is the best pattern you can get for this boss.
Movement of 1 is easy.
Yeah, it's super easy. The boss is just gonna run against the wall for a decent amount of time, actually.
Yeah. You can get 3 shots in before, like 3 double shots in.
Yep. I was working on this kill before runs today. It's so much. I hate movement of 2 is annoying, but movement of 1 is chill. I mean, I guess they're basically the same, but
Mitch keeps trying to tell me movement of 2 is just like movement of 1 but faster, which he's right.
yeah,
but
that is true.
You have far less time to react. And if you're not ready for the jump, then it's scary.
Yeah.
This was the auto-scroller that I was referring to that I hate.
Oh, okay, yeah, the longest one in the game. The slowest moving one.
World 7's actually longer.
Oh, that one's longer, but this one
Yeah.
moves slower, right?
Yeah, so it feels longer.
Let's see this alignment. Ooh, Kurt,
Not
what would
bad.
you rate that?
Not bad. That's, I don't know, I'd say B+.
Yeah, that's like I'll give it at least a B.
So like if anyone needs like a snack break, drink break, bathroom break, this is the level
Do you
for
have time for a donation?
it. Sure.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, we have $10 US coming in from thisisme_gaming. He says, save the animals. That's going towards the Super Metroid Save Kill incentive. Right now, we're at $80 for Save the Animals, $50 for Kill the Animals.
Very good. Yeah,
That's
you got
awesome.
time for more. This
Yeah.
auto is going to be going for a little bit.
I mean, I will say I'm in full support of Save the Animals.
All right, right now we don't have any other donations coming in at the moment, but we do have a few other incentives that are up. So we also have the new Ghostbusters 2 character bid war, top 2. Right now, Winston is winning that one. We also have a couple of Mega Man X category bid wars. Currently winning are 100% and Claw.
Okay, dope.
So
Very nice.
compared to my gold on these splits, I only lost 5 seconds to playing 4-5 instead of 4-6.
Oh wow. Okay, that's not bad at all. You had pretty good bro movements, I think, in that world too, right?
Yeah, I don't think I got any movements of 4,
'Cause
which means World 5 will give me either all movements of 4 or movements of 3.
yeah, I think you got 2 movements of 2, and then after that,
Yeah, that's
all movements of 1.
that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, pretty good.
I actually do have a highlight of World 5 where I was afraid of that. I got all movements of 1 in World 5, and
Really?
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, wow. Oh yeah, the nice coin count on the World 4 airship you can always set up for that nice coin count, luckily, so I think every runner almost is on the lookout for that. Oh, that like did you accidentally hold down on that hill?
No, I got like the 1 subpixel where you get stuck on the slope.
Oh, okay, yeah, sticky hill.
Yep.
But yeah, like that's the thing that happens. You can jump on a slope and it just stops your
So,
momentum entirely.
I'm gonna take the fire flower here, even though it's slower.
Okay, I was curious. If he didn't take this one, he would have to wait until
5-7.
yeah, he would have to go up the tower and play a few levels, and yeah, it's nice to have a fire flower for the boom boom in the fortress. Because fighting
And the Hammer
Fire
Bros.
Flower- Yep.
Because if I get the lower pattern without fire flower, then it's even more difficult.
Yeah. So getting fire flower is a pretty good strat to do. You make
So-
back a bit of the time.
Yeah. So after the fort, what I want now is for the bro up top to go over 5-3, because then he'll be guaranteed out of my way.
Which may or may not see. It's hard to say.
Well, it depends on if they feel like being generous or not.
Yeah, and usually they
Which,
don't. But...
yeah, they're not.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they're nice.
Good.
Oh, actually good bro movement, so it's a guaranteed... He's guaranteed to avoid the upper bro. And getting a P-Wing's extremely nice. I mean, are you doing 6-9 with the P-Wing then?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because if I got the Dom box in Rule 2, then I would have just played 6-10. But obviously here I had to gamble for it. Now, if I got like the insta-switch and then I ended up fighting this... Really?
Oh, that was just like barely getting clipped by that guy. At least he got over the second one.
Yeah. Yeah, if I got the what we call the Dom box in Rule 2, and I boxed both bros in Rule 4 and 5, then I would have just played 6-10. And gone with the Fire Flower.
Yeah,
You
which
can-
another example of routing.
You can do a wall jump in 6-9, which is faster, but if you miss it enough times, then that's just game over.
Yeah, so a second attempt wall jump is equivalent to 6-10 apparently with P speed, assuming you get the fire kills in Rule 6. Ooh, jumping off of that fidget spinner looks so cool. Like when it's just stops moving at the last second. Ooh, and the jump out of the pipe? I don't know about you guys, but I thought this level was like one of the scariest ones.
Yeah, that's an uncomfortable one to speedrun for sure. There's a lot of lag, which can throw off your jumps, and it's just bad news.
Yeah, lag, and then there's nothing underneath you. Like you're just
I
dead.
did not think I was getting P speed. That's why I
Yeah,
pulled
that
back.
was really late P speed. But luckily, like you just grab that item right there. He can get fire in 5-7, so it's not a big deal. It's just more awkward than anything.
Good. So
Actual
I didn't.
decent hammer bro.
Yeah, because I didn't want to fight him without the Fire Flower.
Yeah. Just barely not able to get the P speed there. I love using the star in this level though, it's so comfy.
I'm gonna lose a little bit of time here in World 5.
Of course, he takes the furthest possible path.
I wasn't surprised at all.
No, I was ready for it, but still, like, dude, why?
And movements of 2 from the Star Bro.
Yep. Yeah, the bro in the lower section of this world is still moving. Like, you still have to wait for that. Even though you can't see it and have nothing to do with it, it's still going.
The downside to not fighting a bro in World 5 is even like when in the sky, the ground bros can still do movements of 4, and it's really annoying.
Gives you a nice boss pattern, at least.
Yeah, but it loses time.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty annoying for in every other way. But a good boss pattern. I saw Faropen get P-Speed on like the second cloud, which I thought was pretty impressive. I've not seen anyone else do that.
There is a way to do it, but I think you need to fight the Hammer Bro first, because there's some weird mechanic with the fort and the orb that just doesn't allow it.
Oh yeah, because you don't move right away, right?
Yeah. It's like 1 or 2 frames later, it's something really stupid.
Did you have a movement of 1?
Yeah, that was moving to 1.
Okay.
So this should be a good pattern.
Yeah.
I can do the movement of 2-1, but that one, like Iggy, is much more difficult.
Oh, if I get movement of 2, I definitely just wait for movement of 4. I'm like, yep, I'm not dealing with this, I'm just gonna delay. Close enough. Sphere, orb.
Oh, and a nice wombat cube there.
Yeah, how does that work exactly?
So if you look on the right side of the screen, how it's kind of glitching out, it's like loading color palettes as it goes. So if you
that's what it is.
If you hit the block on the first frame, you can make contact with it. It'll turn the wrong color, and on this airship, it turns a nice poop brown.
You know,
Yeah,
I
it's
never
a really lovely color.
I never figured out that mechanic, because I know you can do like a green block in World 2. You can do like a blue block in World 3. And then this one.
Oh, in the World 4 airship, you can do like a half block that looks like a ghost or something. That one's actually really cool. Really smooth fire kill.
Oh wow, I lost more time than I thought.
Yeah, that was a hefty time loss. Between, I think grabbing the fire in 5-2 probably cost you a little bit, I would imagine.
I don't think I can get the record anymore now.
Okay. So, on PB base at least.
Yeah.
So,
You do have a P-Wing in your inventory, an extra P-Wing though.
Yeah.
That's true. And before we got to World 6, Stewie was mentioning a marathon. So if the Hammer Bros walk to the same spot, sometimes they can do that continuously and just walk for an extremely long amount that you would never expect. It looks like comical. It's so ridiculous. So we don't want to see that, but if we have a really long movement, yeah, we call that a marathon.
There was one run where, right after fighting this hammer, I got like a movement of 30 right away.
A movement of 30? Wow.
Alright, movement of 1, that's good.
It's also really hard to avoid both of the bros in this world. I mean, maybe it's not really hard, but it feels unlikely.
Yeah, because the Star Bro just loves being a jerk in this world.
Yeah, it's not very nice at all. Well, I love this star kill on the Boo Boom.
Yeah, this is a really satisfying level to see.
And the upside down orb.
I know how I lost so much time, because I also detoured for a Fire Flower in 5-2.
Yeah.
That's the star, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the king does look like Lord of the Rings for sure. Which king is supposed to be Mario?
World 3.
Oh, okay. Isn't that what everyone says? Like, this is a play and Mario's actually the World 3 king and someone else is portraying Mario or something?
Yeah, that's what someone sent me a while ago.
I'll believe it. That's good enough for me.
I love a
This
good
is gonna be
Mario
pretty-
conspiracy theory.
Yeah. The Mario SMB3 creepypasta win. So,
How did...
that... Oh, I didn't get it.
Yeah, I'm surprised that didn't work.
I was gonna say, the way he played that level, like swiping the particular Buster Beetles that he did, was supposed to despawn the Nipper to the right, and it didn't. I don't really know why.
I might have jumped too late at the bottom of the slope.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that looked so good to me.
And we're still not safe.
Nope. You're not. So if this Hammer Bro, we want it to move up or down, but if it moves right, we have to fight it, so... We'll see. Weird, it actually got out of the way. Alright.
This game is famously generous with its RNG.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
What? That was scary. I thought you might not make it back up.
I didn't
because
think
you
I
hit the
was.
corner. Yeah, hitting that corner was very scary, but the sign of a really strong runner is being able to recover from mistakes like that and knowing where your backup power-ups are, so not a big deal for someone.
So I think any time I would have saved this world is now gone.
Okay, yeah, that's a pretty rough spot to lose your tail.
It's certainly better than taking a death, though.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And at least the Hammer Bro's in a good spot to do movements of one. As if that'll make up for all the time, but still, it's kind of convenient.
If I get lucky in the next fort, I can negate that time loss if I get a clip.
Yeah,
But
Stewie,
who actually gets that clip in a run?
Stewie got through Bagler's Bane there very well, 6-8.
Yeah, it sounds like the name of a mushroom or something. Dagger's Bane. And now, using one of the P-Wings that we got from a Hammer Bro. If this is the level that you would have to do a wall jump otherwise, then it's a bit significantly trickier than just equipping an item and flying over it.
So somehow it is possible to get a 296 card grab, but I don't know how.
I couldn't tell you how either. And that's a purposeful damage boost because you go pretty slow with the tail, so we kind of tried to avoid that any chance we get. Ooh, and that's it.
That was a
He
good
went for the
attempt.
clip right there. If he clipped into that block, it would have taken him straight to the boom boom, and he would skip this room. But yeah, it's subpixel dependent.
It's about 7 or 8 seconds.
Yeah, it's actually really big if you can get that.
Alright, now some guesses for people in chat. How many tries for 7-1?
Ooh, that's a good one. Yep, he has to. Well, he can set up his sub. So 7-1, you have to do a clip, dependent on subpixels. Nice jump.
Thank you.
And he's gonna try to set it up right before grabbing the wand. He's gonna do like really tiny taps.
A little
to
wee
hopefully set
shimmy.
up- Yeah, the wee shimmy to get a good subpixel and hopefully be at least set up for a first try 7-1. Like just because you have the setup does not guarantee you're gonna get it, but it at least makes you know that you can get a first try.
Alright, will we get the first class clip?
Yes. First try clip or sell your Nintendo.
Okay.
So no pressure. Okay,
Easy.
And
things are looking good.
if you do that clip too quickly, you'll actually get squished by the screen and die.
Oh, I didn't know that. That makes it a little bit scarier.
Yeah, so
3 tries or less?
you don't want to go too fast.
I'm gonna say 1 try. I'll be that
Feeling
guy.
the feeling the mac and cheese.
Yeah, I am. I was watching Cujo's run earlier and saw that in the description. Mac and cheese's first try 7-1. Do you feel it now, Mr. Krabs? Let's see the wee shimmy.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think that was the wee shimmy.
That was a fairly large shimmy.
Yes, it was. So
Like I
He's
saw his feet move, but he didn't do like a lunge forward that I was looking for.
yeah, there's a very distinct movement that you get if you do the setup properly. So he might not have good subpixels for what he's trying to do, but we'll find
I don't think I do.
If you do, it's random essentially at this point.
Yeah, what you're looking for there is for Mario to shimmy forward 1 pixel without moving his feet. That would be like the ideal.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Alright, I did guess 1 try, so no pressure. Mac and cheese?
Easy.
That's how we do it!
Not even the regular blue box. That's the deluxe.
Yeah, oh, dude, deluxe. That's a throwback. I haven't had that in so long. You know it's gonna be a good day if you see your mom making the deluxe pack. Like, let's go.
Well, I know what I'm having for dinner.
Yep. Ooh, going all out tonight. But so equipping a star, obviously, so you can run into that nipper, and it just makes life easy. If you have like a fire, then you can shoot the nipper that way. But the star is the standard strat, I would say. There's a faster way to do it that's way harder and riskier. We don't
Yeah, I don't go for that.
It's like 1 second or something. Yeah, dude, got the clip. Let's go. I just learned. Well, Mitch was showing everyone how to do that. The guaranteed despawn of one of those piranha plants. Like the one that
I
you're
still
most
don't
likely
know
to
how to
get
do
for.
that.
I wish I could describe it to you. There's too many
Like,
pipes. I can't just say, yeah, jump from that pipe to that pipe.
It's some weird like jank pipe rub, right?
It is, yeah. It's actually super nice. Like, not hard to go for, but describing it, I don't know how I do that. Old school wacky lackey just bouncing on that guy. And the mushroom card? Who is this guy?
Alright.
And
Clouding over 7-4 is an interesting choice.
I know that
bold
was
move.
that was a tough one.
Yeah, that's an underwater auto scroller. I think it's the coolest auto scroller in the game. From like, a fun perspective, but it's not very fun in a speedrun. It's really painful. That is why we grab the clouds. I mean, you just get to skip a level. Like, why would you not go for it?
There is
All
another
our suggestions.
There is another underwater auto-scroller that's in the code that you usually see in randomizer called Atlantis.
Oh?
And
I've never seen that.
oh, it's so bad.
It's so bad.
Like
Okay, I have to look that up.
I will take 7-4 over Atlantis.
Now I'm really curious.
Yeah.
So just like the Koopaling bosses, when he exits that pipe that he just did, like enemy movements can be based on how long it takes for him to get there. So these things that shoot the black balls up and down, depending on when you get to them, they'll be doing a different pattern or be shooting it at a different height. But Hammer Suit makes it so he doesn't have to worry about these at the end anyways.
Alright, so Stewie will be attempting to not take damage for the rest of the run so he can save that hammer suit for the final Bowser fight.
Yeah, for some reason I was thinking you did Fire Route. I don't know why. I'm just in denial of myself doing the Fire Route. Everyone does that, right? But the sweet thing about the hammers is you can just kill everything with it. It's insane.
This is
Really
scary.
clean room one.
Yeah, really scary level here, but Stewie made that look easy. That's one of the most tense moments in the whole run.
Oh yeah, I hate 7F2.
I think this is the hardest level in the game.
I would agree with that for sure. Whether you're using hammer or fire, I think it's honestly harder with the hammer suit.
So, technically, I'm going to be ahead of the record, but I'm not. Because Mars played 7-9 in his record, and he died in 7F2, but he still has a cloud for World 8 that I do not.
So, yeah, that's one decision you can make. You can play 7-9 and Stewie clouded it, but saving time in 7-9 is really hard.
Yeah,
And it's not guaranteed.
I don't know how his clips went, so it's not worth going for.
So if you have an extra P-Wing, you can use it in 7-9 and actually potentially save more time. But it's a pretty big gamble and not guaranteed time save. And you also, if you play 7-9 and 7F2, you have to cloud 8F.
Yeah, so if you lose power-ups in 8-2, then the run's over.
Yeah, exactly. If you lose power before 8F, you're kind of screwed because it's like, well, where are you going to get it back? Nowhere. And you just have to fight Bowser without a power-up, which is significantly slower. It's like really bad.
That half-minute time loss.
That actually happened to me like 2 years ago in a PV pace run, where I got 4 for 4, 7-9, and no hands. And then, the third plant, my hammer was in the plant, but it was 1 pixel too low to be in the hitbox.
Oh, I remember that.
And that's how I lost the run.
That screenshot is ingrained in my memory.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we have a number of auto-scrollers in a row here. If there are any announcements or incentive updates you'd like to give at this point.
We got at the minimum 3 more in a row.
Yeah.
And that's assuming I get no hands.
All right, we do have a donation come in from our host Strizer86.
Let's go.
Yeah, donated $10 with the message "Go JF." Strizer, if you'd like to put that money towards any incentive, please let us know in the chat. And that's all we have at the moment. I'd like to remind that we have the Super Metroid Save and Kill incentives. Currently, Save the Animals is winning by $30, so if you want to see those animals get killed, it's not that much more to give.
Alright, don't tell PETA that was just said.
So, looking at my splits now, maybe I can still get the record. Because if you're... Well, yeah, if I get no hands, and if you remember, there was a bit of a delay between the start of SMB1 and SMB2, and if we take out the load times, that might give me the record. But...
Are you comparing... Well, Mars has 18 seconds of load times. I know that.
Yeah, I think mine was like 20 seconds or something between SMB1 and 2 because I reset. and then I had to hold
Oh,
down
okay.
reset again, and then I had to turn off reset delay on my
Either way,
EthanRTA.
this is an incredibly spicy run for a marathon setting.
Yes.
Like, obviously right now, I won't know if it's record, but, like, after retiming, we will.
Oh, hopefully we get no hands. How many did Mars get?
I'm not sure, but I know this run has 2. My run has 2.
So there's a
Okay.
So a clean World 8, we're looking at a decent chance for at least a PB here for Stewie, which would be an incredibly exciting way to kick off the day.
Yeah, definitely. And he's got to be killing bombs in this auto-scroller to reduce lag. They can generate actually a lot of it, but he's got to be making that as little lag as possible. I honestly only learned how to do this like 2 or 3 days ago. It took me so long.
Yeah, I think I learned this when playing No Wrong Warp.
Yeah, that makes sense. Any time save is much more significant in that category. Did you get the Rangless with Hammersuit?
No, sadly.
That's sad.
Yeah, the backwards movement there, I think, is what you're after, since the boomerang exits the screen a little sooner.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Even if he moves forward, if it's a fast boomerang throw, then that's still faster.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's also dependent on how fast he throws the boomerang.
Okay, interesting.
So like say he goes backwards, but he takes forever to throw the boomerang, but he goes forward and throws it right away. The forward instant throw is still faster,
Oh, okay.
because then the boomerang would be off the screen faster.
Yep, this so many auto scrollers in a row. Nintendo,
Yeah.
why?
By the way, I just noticed a very nice number in my splits for my.
Oh, clean. Clean splits. Does your best segment have skipping ADAP?
Yeah, so that gold is wrong.
Okay, I thought so. Yeah, I saw possible time save of 1:06, and I'm like, that seems a
No.
little off. You can say 40 seconds though, right? With
Yeah.
0 hands. So, let's see. What are we gonna get? The cleans in chat. Yeah, hopefully we get 0 hands. Please, video game. Okay, classic.
Classic, hand one.
Yeah, yeah. This is what we expect, and everyone says this is the hardest one with a hammer suit. That didn't
Nicely
look
done,
hard
though.
to do.
Yeah, so each one of these 3 levels has a nice little clip there. Has a
Okay.
all right, one
Okay.
hand. That is good news right there.
Yeah, so he's definitely on PB pace.
Yeah.
I've been going for that clip in every single run. Because I basically always get hands. I never get it.
It's a meme.
It is a meme, but I want it. I just can't get it. Yeah, this is, I feel like this is the most anxiety-producing part of the run.
If
when
you get 0 hands, yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, you get 0 hands, you're like sweating in this level. Like, you've played it a lot, but still, it's like, oh my gosh, this is my chance, you know?
Also,
But
we
one
call
hand is
we
still
call
good.
hand 1 the 99% hand for a reason.
Oh my gosh. So many of my runs got hand 1. I'm salty towards the hands right now. Although I do love seeing the boom boom fight with the hammer.
Boop.
Like you can overkill the boom boom if you throw the hammers at the right way.
So there's at
Nice.
this point only one more auto scroller to go.
Oh boy, another auto scroller.
Yeah,
Let's
several,
go.
Several tricky levels to go though.
Yeah, 8-1 is not a level you want to sleep on, but equipping the star makes it so much nicer.
So
I'm a
I
big
actually,
fan of that.
I actually missed my jump there because I wanted to go up to the top platform, but hitting the
Oh,
Koopa
okay.
it does the same thing.
Hmm. Yeah, like, I'm a fan of going to the top platform, but it doesn't matter which one you do. So long as you land on something, you're pretty much in the clear.
Alright, I sniped the sun.
Nice. Yeah, so you cannot kill the sun with fire, of course, so sniping with the hammer suit makes it so you have no worries when you're going over that music note section. I like in chat, fire-based acceleration in a fleet of wood and airship seems like a bad idea. Yeah, absolutely.
But I had to go a little bit slower here because I don't have a star for this fort.
Yeah, and losing hammer suit is... I mean, he can grab fire there, but
That's still
if you
a time
lose hammer
waste.
suit, yeah, like all the time you put in 7-8 to getting the hammer suit would just be for nothing, essentially, if you lose it. There we go, and first try for that cycle. You don't have a lot of time to make it through the fort in one try, so you love to see that.
I'm pretty sure it's like a 15-second penalty if you miss that clip.
Oh,
Or
wow,
like miss
yeah.
that door.
Alright, the final auto-scroller, the super tank. Which is funny because you just hold right and you're fine, pretty much,
Yeah.
but... Like, when you know how to play it, it's the least exciting auto-scroller, I guess. It still looks sweet. And playing it this way makes it slightly more stressful and exciting, too. All those explosions going off. Yeah, if you're concerned about the fire-based acceleration, what about the bombs
Yeah.
all over the place?
Alright, so a few more tense moments here on the auto scroller, and then we'll be into the final level of the whole run.
Yeah, no stress there, right?
Nope.
Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, nothing
I
goes
didn't-
wrong in the final level.
I didn't lose a 4x to, you know, missing the 1-up clip, bonking a stair, bonking the statue room. No, nothing can go wrong.
No, of course not.
No one's had issues in the statue room for sure.
No one's ever clipped in the statue.
Dude, this is so close to the record.
It might be a record, I don't know.
Well, it takes longer
Because
than
of the
50
load
seconds,
times.
right?
Yeah.
Oh. So
I'll-
this is real close.
I'll know after retiming.
I mean, I thought... I mean, it's definitely a 136. We'll have to find out.
Alright, Karua, still.
Oh. Okay, at least only one retry. It's no bagler, so you're good. Like 6 tries.
I
Whoa.
believe that's 3 Bagler mentions here.
Oh, losing P speed's kind of annoying. It's not a big deal if you do the level house 2 we just did, but it's still annoying.
That?
GG.
That might be record, if you take out the load times.
Yeah, it's definitely a
I-
PB, which is incredibly hype, but
Yeah, PB in a marathon, dude. Let's go.
a big PB.
I'm gonna
at
have to
that.
retime this. Like, I'm gonna have to
Yeah, I'm
retime
really
the loads.
excited.
Yeah, GG, what a run.
Dude, nice.
52-49 with a hand, and losing 30 seconds in World 5.
Yeah, incredibly well done. It takes a lot of determination and effort to become high level in any one of these 3 categories, and for Stewie to be this good at all 3 of them is really a treat to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's very fun to watch. Yeah, dude, GG. That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah,
I
so,
hope that's record, dude. That'd be so
yeah,
good.
I'll find out after I retime it.
Dope. Yeah, definitely let me know what you get.
So nice. What a good run, and definitely still some time saves for next time
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're looking to improve this.
Oh yeah, no, this is very easily beatable.
Yeah, and looking forward to the rest of the runs we got coming up in the marathon and all
Yeah.
the incentives we get to meet.
Strizer, once I know, like, when I retime it, do you mind if I post if it is record in here? Just to, like, let you know.
There will be a bit of a delay before chat catches up with us, but I assume quite a few people will be interested in hearing whether or not this ends up being record after the loads are removed.
And it looks like up next we got Arrow the Acrobat coming up. Ooh, some spicy games coming up. Yeah, definitely stick around for everything else coming up on the schedule. And of course, thanks for having this, having us here, having this run as part of the marathon. Super grateful.
Thank you.
Yeah, big shout outs to Strizer for putting this on. This is always a great event, one of the best of the year for speedrunning.